All right, I am going to do a quick demonstration of the gingham stitch starting at the very beginning. Now obviously you'll have chained your own amount of chains that you need for your pattern. I'm just going to do a series of 5 stitches before I change color. So I'm starting this blanket with what I call a medium color. I have a darker color that I'll add in, and then I have a white color that I'll add in. So I've chained 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now adding 1 to turn, and I'm just going to go ahead and start my blocks with the medium color. Instead of having you switch color in the chain 1 per se, I'm just working 5 single crochet. I am using an eye hook right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I probably should change to my J hook, but I'll do that on the next row because I find that it gets tighter. But I like to have this initial row be a little bit tighter because then the blanket doesn't sag when you finally get back to do the middle. So I usually am starting this gingham stitch with a smaller hook. Now here I am, I'm just going to grab the white, and it is no different than just bringing in a new color. I'm not doing anything different, just bring in a new color, just like that. Now I'm going to still carry this peach along with me, the medium color. I'm going to leave that tail out, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to the next 5 stitches. I'm working, I just brought that peach with me. Here's number 4. Here's number 5. I stop, I grab the medium color, which is a light peach in this, I pull through. Now I have the white. I'll work my final 5 stitches. Here's the last stitch, still working over the white. I'm going to go ahead and pull through because we're still going to be working on the peach. Did you see it? So I'm going to just take a little tug. Chain 1. Now I'm just going to wrap that white right around the back, and I am going to change hooks because it's going to get too tight. So I change hook size. Now I generally will have a really nice, a little bit tighter foundation row that I've gone to. I will continue to crochet over the white until I need it again. Now I'm going to pull this up, back on the white. Now for just purposes of time, after I do this row, I'm just going to pretend that it would be time for you to switch to the darker color, just so that you can see how it is really no different than just switching a color in any project. Again, I've said one thing that's important for gingham is to make sure you know that the medium color is always used throughout the whole blanket. You'll never be cutting off the medium color. Okay, so let's just say it's time to end the white and we're going to add in the darker color. That would be next. So I will just simply give myself a pretty long tail, take out the white, and I'm just going to add in before I finish the stitch. It's the new color. I will pull that down, chain 1, and turn, And now this time, instead of bringing along the white, I'm just going to make sure I bring that peach up along the side, the medium color peach, and because I'm going to be carrying that along with me and alternating that. Oh, look what I did. I was crocheting with the tail. Wrong. Wrong. There we go. Well, give you another try. Chain 1, turn. I've got that peach under there. I'm bringing it around with me. I love this pretty coral color. And now I will be using the medium color to crochet over this white. Now if I would have really kept with this pattern of 5, I probably would do maybe 5 blocks high. Sometimes I do it and I decide, okay, did that turn, was it 5 stitches wide by 4 rows high? Did that make me a square? I don't know, I'll just play around with it before. But in my other patterns, usually the single crochets in the pink gingham, 10 stitches across equaled about 10 stitches high, turned out to be a nice. But in some of the griddle stitch ginghams that I've done, it didn't turn out that equally. Here I am again at the end. I'm chaining 1. I'm turning. You see how the yarn kind of twists on itself, and that's totally normal. You'll have to stop after a few rows and switch these skeins around so you don't get too tangled. But I am going over this peach and working back over. So that is how you change all the colors with gingham. So hopefully that helps you to not feel frustrated and give you a really good sense of how to work this gingham. See, now for me, would be one of those little blankets. I can see the darker orange going through the peach. I don't know, I'll do a practice swatch with these colors. If I like how it looks, then I'll say to myself, well, that was the gingham look, and I'll be able to see these little flecks throughout the blanket, and it probably won't bother me. I really do like this color. The corals are turning out really pretty. But this is not the next color on my hook. However, I will be working on another purple one that I'm hoping to get started and to try experiment around. Okay, one other thing. So do you see this is where we joined the white right there? All you'll do is go back in and weave those ends in right there. One thing I discovered is if I did change it clear over here, there's nowhere to weave it in under there, and it was a pain to crochet over the white. There just was no need for it. And it didn't really bother the tension or anything when I was finished. I loved having a smaller, a little bit tighter tension on this bottom row. Okay, thank you everybody for subscribing to my YouTube channel, but more importantly, thank you for just following me on Daisy Farm Crafts at Instagram. I have a Facebook page. It's just been really fun to connect with so many people. I'm just a wannabe grandma, probably like a lot of you. I just do this as a hobby, and I love to share everything that I've learned with you. So I hope that it's helpful. Bye.